So what there are at least two that we will deal with. Which one would you like to start? Cleaning the computer or working with plastic and Unity?
Downloading the correct version for the watershed, because it seems like I can't find it when it asks for the version. I didn't find the 2020 version.
Okay. And just to be on the same page, that is the full version desktop, right?
Yes.
Because the mini versions for VR, I am finalizing the mini version environmental issues, and the fellows are creating the historical industrial history. And I asked them after we met yesterday, right? Yeah. I asked them, I said, did you hear like Nesrin is already ready to start using the project? So I asked them to create a new repository for the IVR industrial history so that they can share with you and you can help them, and the three of you can be making progress together. So let's wait until Monday so that to see if they have completed that or not.
Okay.
Meanwhile, before I left the lab yesterday, I uploaded all the under the hood sessions. So I'm getting, I don't know if I shared.
Yeah, I watched the first one yesterday. That was great.
Okay, so I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's organized in a playlist, but the name should be the same. Let me just check here on the.
I watched day 2, part 1.
Yeah, that's the first one. So,
yeah.
Oh, I need to finish the upload here. There is a second one, which is very short. I don't know why. Get shareable link. I'm pasting in the chat. This is part 3. Next, public, next. Part 3, I'm gonna paste here for you the link. Now part 4. Importing beauty companies.
Seems you didn't record everything in part 2, not the whole meeting, just 15 minutes.
Yeah, because these meetings, they were scheduled by Dr. Bodin, so we were always having a hard stop at noon for the mountaintop lunch. And then they asked, I don't know, I don't remember what was the end of the part 1 video, but then there was just a piece to end like the first day, and then it was just 15 minutes.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for the links.
There is more coming. Hold on.
Okay.
So I pasted 2 links for you. So this is part 2, the 14 minutes, and then part 3, it's 43, I guess. Part 5, now it's 1 hour. Oh, I don't know. I'm mixing the numbers.
That's fine.
One more.
Day 4.
And
this is
the last video we have.
I'm going to call time at about
day 4.
And this is the last one.
Great, thank you.
Okay, so these videos, we were really going step by step sequentially and trying to break down how everything works. There were some times that we started discussing like, should we update this or not? Because everything works. But then we came to the conclusion that some things we shouldn't update, like simplify or whatever, as long as we can make it work like seamlessly in the new version, the VR version, it's fine. And at the end of the summer, like towards the end of the summer, if we finish everything and there's time, then we can go back, or if there's another associate that would like to work with this to help like programming skills, we will ask them, but not the fellows, because they still have lots of top priorities to develop.
Okay.
All right, so this is one of the things, because you were needing to have the information about the under the hood.
Yep.
Second, you said that you would like to download the project, right? So you are logged in, that's correct?
Yep,
You
I'm
open
logged in.
remote.
And
Go ahead.
I'll go to open remote project. I'll select the Watershed 2022. Next. I will download it here. Next, and
Hold.
the version. Yep, I need to select 2020.3.27.
Yeah.
It's not here, so I need to go to install other editor version.
Yes, yes.
And hey, 2020, this is 2021.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes. So let's go down.
It's not here.
So this is a very short summary shortcut. For you to find the very version we need, you have to go to the archive.
Archive, okay. And
So
then
click on the long-term support.
okay.
It should open a browser window with,
Yep.
and then if you scroll down, you'll be able to select the 2020 version in this drop-down.
Here's 2020.
Go up a little bit, Nazreen, please.
Up.
Yeah, there is this all drop-down here. You can select the 2020 version.
Okay.
And then they will list all the patches sequentially, and we want to download the 27 one.
Yep. (2027), this one.
So since you have your Mac, yeah, Mac is different. So and I said this to Jillian this morning, and I'm gonna say to you as well. Remember yesterday that I brought the dongle to plug the internet cable. So
Yes.
when working with this kind of like heavy projects in the cloud and installing versions of a software that is kind of heavy as well, it's very recommended to have that dongle for you to use the cable connection that, you know, speeds the process much more.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna take forever now. Okay.
So this is, I usually call this downtime, because we have to wait for the computer or Unity to think. So
So
what?
let's discuss. So now I'm gonna have this version, and you said I'll work with Quinn and
Jonna.
Jonna.
Mhm.
What is my party? The 10, my 10, after the meeting, there's 7. And if I keep watching the under the hood, maybe I'll end up with 4 hours.
I think, so if realistically, if you don't find anything else to do, like in the project itself, you can bank those hours so that you do them in another time. Or you can wait, have you finished that project you created in Articulate yet?
No?
Because this is also part of your study, right? Like you need to have the version in Articulate.
Yes.
Oh, like what you can do by yourself, I'm not clear, but when you are with the fellows, I think you'd be a very precious help in helping them put the narrative together, because they are very good at programming and fixing issues and stuff, but they don't have the amount of experience we have with like beginning, middle, and end, or the flow of the instruction, or the experience, right? So you can be as very precious support for them in like, okay, so what are the main components we need to put first and after, and to make sure that we have the experience flowing from beginning until the end. And other things that you can talk to them is, for example, once these components are together, there will be a need to connect the buttons, that like what button will load the next scene and unload the previous scene. So this load the next scene, unload the previous scene will happen at least 7 to 10 times in this smaller version. And what I'm trying to say is that there are some setting up of the tasks, setting up tasks that they become repetitive. So if they do once and then it's working, and then the second time they do it together with you, so and then we record that second time, you can by yourself help us, actually them, because you are going to be creating the other version of the game, connect these scenes, right? While you make space for them to fix other issues and even prepare stuff like that. What I like about this strategy is that it gives you a very active role, and not only that, it gives you a repetitive practice, right? Like you have some practice to do that 5 to 7 times, and then you very likely learn that because you've done that a few times.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's very frustrating when we want to happen. We know that we need to do something, like because we need that project working, and then we don't even know what to do because there's so many things, right, missing and disassembled. So
Yes.
I like this idea, and if you also have any other idea of like, let me see, like based on my experience, because you have worked with other teams, right, for years, and maybe like leadership or feedback or different ways of thinking to approach a procedure.
Mhm.
You should totally share your mind with them, with us, just like you have always done in our meetings. We have always valued when you are in the meetings because you see things that no one has seen, right? So, and I mean, it's you and also anyone that
Yep.
shares this kind of workflow with us in the lab.
Yep.
So I just want to remind you that be as comfortable as possible. And if something is not working or whatever, you can reach out and ask, because that's that's the solution. Actually, people sometimes they don't ask and they are, maybe I should try a little bit more. No, just ask already, because then you save time and it's more productive, right? So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah.
Another thing that is going to help also for you, and you also can do that and in order to put hours if you want, is to think about your questions that you want to measure, right? Because at the end of the day, two scenes, which is the prologue and the epilogue, they will be very personalized for your version.
Yep.
Because Jonah and Kwan, they are creating Dr. Bodzin's version, right? So if you you have some time and you can get a head start in knowing what questions you make, and then you prepare those visual questions in Unity in the pre-test scene and in the post-test scene, you are already like making very valuable progress as well. And it might be the case that you can, this is, just realize that this is something that you can do even without their, like Jonah and Kwan's initial support, because we have other videos as well on how to create questionnaires, survey items in Unity, and how to connect them with REDCap, right? So you have already studied REDCap by itself to make sure that it's compatible with Articulate. Now you just need to do the second part, like follow the tutorial that Dr. Bodzin and I put together, and then you'll be like flowing like Unity REDCap naturally. So once you create the pre-test and post-test interface for industrial history, the boys, they don't need to do that. And it's going to be more better for you, especially because you likely be creating other interfaces and questionnaires, and then it's nice practice for you. Whereas for them, they will not likely become educational researchers just like us, or instructional designers. So yeah.
And where can I find these videos
about
building questionnaire in Unity and connect to REDCap?
It's in the same channel that I shared with you.
Yeah, if they're on the same channel, I'll find them.
And I usually have been putting them under playlists. So there is a playlist with REDCap. There is a playlist for plastic, you know.
Nice.
Let me see here, the playlist, the name. Yes, there is a playlist called REDCap. I just want to see the videos. Yeah, part 1, Unity UI for REDCap. Then part 2, part 3, part 4. And these videos, Nazreen, Dr. Bodzin and I made sure that they are the videos that are illustrating the tutorial step by step in the document that we created. In our Google Drive, let me find the link and I can paste it for you to be faster. The first level, the root folder of our shared drive, there is a folder called REDCap Data Collection. And the videos are also there. If you don't want to watch on YouTube, you want to download the videos or watch it, whatever. They are also there. And the guide is here. And again, something that is, I'm sure Dr. Bodzin will appreciate a lot is that as you're going through this guide that we put together, if you feel that something is missing, or maybe it's repetitive, or maybe we
I don't remember where we stopped.
you can make a comment and let us know so that we
I
can,
remember we started
Mhm.
talking about the progress panel and stuff. It was not the main menu. Go back to Francis one.
Is that playing here?
yeah.
My laptop.
We are auditing browse page for the long because it might not be needed.
Oh, wait, quick question. I just realized that under the good session, Stevening is also coinciding with like a session from
It's this one over here because of the speaker.
like our
Yeah.
This is important.
Good job. Where's this? Okay. And I think the download is done.
So Nazreen, just for us to close that question, right?
Mm-hmm.
The red cap stuff and preparing the interface for the questions, this is definitely something you can do that you can put the hours for the internship, because it's going to help them, the students, and also you and Dr. Bodzin with your respective studies.
Yes, and I have a question regarding the content, post-test and pre-test. Do I just need to create those? Do I need to give them to someone who specialize, for example, in history, to review, to validate?
This is a great question. You would do that because it's a procedure for our the design of the research, right? But the person you'll be doing this with is Dr. Bodzin. Like first you draft the questionnaire you want, the items you want, and then say, hey, Dr. Bodzin, this is my first pass on the types of items I want to measure in my study, in my qualifying project study. And then he's going to revise it with you first and like make sure that whatever you wanted to investigate is being measured by those items. Once you pass this first stage, he's going to ask you to submit to specific people that are specialists in industrial history, and they will give you feedback. So that's the validation process, right? But to answer the other part, you can also work on the visual interface of the questionnaire in Unity, but like just putting placeholders. You don't need to write the question, but if you know you're going to be using a 5-point Likert scale, you can follow the tutorial of the Likert scale. You can prepare like the placeholders, right? And then whenever you have your revised and validated questionnaire items, you go there and you just type the text and it's done. So there's two big components to this part of the work. The one that you said, which is the research intensive one, the process of thinking about the questions and validating the questionnaire, first with our advisor and then with the external experts that he recommends. Sometimes it's internal. So I'm sure that Dr. Hammond is going to be there because Dr. Hammond is a specialist in social studies, right? So, yes. But for example, he suggested a watershed environmental educator specialist to revise that. So it's very nice. And then after they provide the feedback, you improve. And then once you have the revised version, you can start writing those questions in the skeleton, the wireframe, so to speak, that you prepared in Unity as the front end, right?
Yes.
Did I answer all the questions, or am I forgetting anything?
Yeah, one more question. So can I build this template or skeleton in the VR on my desktop version while Jonna and Quinn working on the updating the VR aspect of this 2020?
Yes, you can. And to tell you the truth, I would even recommend first do the tutorial for you to really get your hands dirty doing things from scratch, step by step. But once you open this project, you notice that the pre-test and post-test scenes, they already exist and have been used before, right, in my study last year. So you could duplicate those and like play around it for you to understand how each visual element works. And even if Quan and John are not ready yet, and let's say your questions are validated and ready, you can definitely prepare the version in desktop, because then it's easy for you to transfer that questionnaire canvas to the immersive version, because there are like, it's UI, it's just like interface. There is not much programming or something that is related to the headset, you know? It's basically a UI interface and a few scripts that are the scripts of the API. And these scripts are also being discussed one by one and being used and implemented in the videos that I shared with you.
Nice.
So yes, the answer, yes, you'll be able to do that on the desktop version, prepare ahead of time. And once you're ready to bring that questionnaire scene, the pre and post, whatever is going to be for you, you can make a smooth transition. If it's something I will always tell you and anyone, if it's something that is problematic to transfer from desktop to headset, I will like raise a red flag. Hey, wait, this is problematic. Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Okay, so now I need to download the Watershed Explorer using 2020.3.27, and I don't see it here.
Because this window is the window about installing. So close this window.
Yep.
And now click again to open the project from remote. Select Watershed Explorers 2022. Differently from the first time we tried, now you have the version it was built on.
Okay, next.
Go down, please. Where is the version? Wait, oh no, we haven't installed that yet. We just downloaded. So you gotta install the software. Where did you download the installer?
Download. No, downloads. Okay. The package.
And by the way, Nisreen, after you install it, just go there and throw that away because it's heavy.
It is, yep, 4 gig. Not sure what it's doing. I don't see anything. Is that, oh, here, it's downloading. Okay.
I am not following because I'm just seeing the middle screen, okay?
Okay.
I trust you.
Check for malicious.
Is everything going all right in the installation?
I went through the whole installation and then it gave me a message that there is a malicious file. So
I
I
think this
need,
is Apple, right?
yes.
Apple always, when you're installing, you have to type the password.
I think I need to put it on my desktop and then download it. I need to find the instruction that who sent it to me last time. I emailed you on Dr. Bodzin, and there is IT guy,
Oh, really?
Steve. Is his name Steve?
What was the issue about Mac installation?
Yes, Steven. And he told me to you
Installing Unity, okay. Mhm.
Oh, move your package to your desktop, hold Control and click.
Mhm.
Okay, Control and click. I need to do that again. Mac is annoying.
We just, let me see if I can save something here. Let me, because we are not showing the process of this issue, but I'm gonna show the
So
email.
can I move it here? I can't.
I think it's because it's being used, right?
Ooh.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I don't see any action going on.
So while you're installing, I'm sharing my screen real quick just to record the answer that you were talking about. So Ms. Ring, like in April, she was trying to install Unity in a Mac, and then there was this issue here. This file, PKG, can be opened because Apple cannot check it for malicious software. And then we got in contact with Steve Sakasits from LTS in Lehigh. And he said that this is a result of a security feature called Gatekeeper on your Mac OS. To bypass this, you can try moving the package to your desktop, hold Control and click. You should then see a continue option to proceed with the install. If this doesn't work, go to System Preferences, Security and Privacy in General, then click the Open Anyway button on that tab for that specific installation, the one for Unity. And then it seems this ring was successful, and she's doing the same thing now again. in our computer. So I'll stop sharing now my screen. Nazreen, I will pause the recording until we can show something else. Continue the recording now. So for you to get to this verifying the package, you did what Steven said. You held Control or Options and click, and there was a button for you to continue the installation. Was that correct?
It did not give me a, but no, did not ask to continue. It just show this.
Oh, it
And
allowed you to install.
that's what happened initially, but now we'll see if I'll get that message that there is a malicious
Oh,
thing or not. So we'll see now.
it's now, I guess. Or you're clicking outside the window, that's why.
I'm outside. Malicious software. Let's see.
Did it appear for you, the windows? The window with the malicious software thing?
Nope, nope. Still downloading.
That's weird because it's taking a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. It's not moving.
It disappeared now.
Yeah.
So
Can't.
if you hold the option, or so I don't know the button, options button,
I
you-
did.
and then what happened now? You clicked open, right? So
It did not. Nothing happened. Nothing. There was another option, another thing to do.
I will go ahead and list this as an issue in the sprint report. I'll put Steven's solution as one of the possible solutions, but if you are not able to install now, you will need to look at some tutorial, how to install Unity.
There is another option is to go to
Oh, yeah.
System Preferences, Security. And then General, click the Open Anyway button. Open Anyway. The tab of the specific installation. Whereas I don't see Open Anyway. I
This
just
one,
clicked again on control and
Mhm.
clicked on the package and open.
Mhm.
So now I think I can go ahead and download. Yeah, downloading.
I'll copy and paste the solution from the email in the documentation.
Mhm.
Because if you hadn't told me about that today, I wouldn't have remembered that this solution was already there. So it's better that I put in the,
Yeah.
so you even took a snapshot so I can use that. You are one of the few of the lab members that send me the actual issue, the snapshot, because it's so helpful. So thank you for that.
No problem.
I always ask the students, and I don't think that they can relate or understand how helpful it is to have the issue that you're seeing in your computer, like on in the lab, so we can provide the appropriate solution for that.
Yes, yes.
So Nazreen, I documented the issue and the solution. Just to be mindful of the time, because I have a meeting afterwards. What are you okay and like feeling confident about where to find the instruction and step by step, both for the Watershed Explorers desktop version and RedCap for data collection? And
Yeah.
also, you asked me earlier about what other things you could be doing by yourself and how you could help the fellows, right? So
Mhm.
whenever these kind of questions arise, yeah, don't hesitate in asking or sharing these questions during meetings, for instance, because it's easier for us to organize ourselves and everybody be engaged and doing progress in their own tasks, right?
Yes, yes.
Based on that, is there anything that you haven't asked yet? We still didn't do the cleaning, right? The old versions.
Yeah, just tell me, is there a specific way to clean them?
Yeah, for example, you don't seem to be,
I think I only have the 2021 and this one.
that's great then. So you are being
Yeah.
very clean and organized in this aspect. But
Yeah.
if you ever want to delete a version of Unity, it's this window that you have to open, the Installs tab, and then it shows all the versions you have installed. And to the right, I guess there is a button of 3 dots or settings, and you can uninstall that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how you would uninstall if you had other issues, right?
Okay. And you said the package, this package, I can throw
You
it
can
in.
delete after you make sure that Unity is installed and working. You can totally delete that.
Yep. So I'll delete the 2021.
No, I wouldn't recommend for you to delete the package, right?
Yes,
Okay.
this,
Yeah.
yep, the installation package for this one, the
Mhm.
old that I
Yeah,
have.
yeah. On a similar note, if you go to the projects tab in Unity Hub,
Mm-hmm.
you will see all the projects you have. For example, let's say you don't want to use Rollerball anymore or Project 3. For
Yep.
the correct way for you to download is like this: Reviewing Finder, not this one first. First, you have to Reviewing Finder. So
Okay.
Finder will show where this project is living in your computer. You can
Mhm.
delete this folder altogether, delete it. After you delete this folder, then you go to Unity Hub and remove the project from the list.
Okay.
For example, I see here my project number 4. Maybe you try to delete my project number 4 in Unity Hub, but the project still exists in your computer.
Yeah.
So that's
Okay.
cluttered. You
I
can
need to
delete this
delete
one as well. Yes.
Yes. I want to see how big is it, so I feel good that I
Oh, I love that. It is big. It's going to be big.
size.
Can you click with the right button and see info about that? Get info, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
More info, perhaps? Your computer is very, very like high security. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So 300 megabits. So yeah.
A quarter a gig, third of a gigabyte. Yeah, that's big. Move to trash. And
The more they pile up, then when you see you are out of space.
Yeah.
So again, just to make sure, first you open Reviewing Finder, right? To show, so the Mac OS will show you where that project folder is living in your computer. Then
Yeah.
you delete it. Then you go back to Unity Hub and you remove the project from the list, which is just a shortcut.
Yes. Yep. Thank you for the tip. Yep. And I have now this, and let me
Now we
just
can open. Yay.
if I see it here. Next.
Wait, what? We do have the version.
We do have the version here. This is the 48.
Let me hold on a second. This is very intriguing because it's your computer is telling us that the version is 48. So someone over the rainbow might have pushed to plastic a version. So I can delete that because I'm the administrator.
It's been saying 48 since yesterday.
So yeah, these kind of things happen. It's fine. Let's just see. Watershed Explorers 2022. Open repository. Juan, okay. So. Okay, Nisreen, thank you again, because you just showed me that something is happening. Yeah, I'll have to have a meeting with Juan to help him come back to the correct version. Let me share with you so you can understand what's going on.
Yep.
Where is the share screen here?
Sure.
Share screen. So this is the branch explorer of the Watershed Explorers 2022.
Yes.
Until the beginning of the summer, this base version was why it's not clicking? Okay, here. So this base version was a label that I created that I removed the environmental issues assets, and I just kept the full version for desktop. Then what I did, I branched out a new branch to be building like the environmental issues desktop. But then, so then like Juan didn't branch out to do these updates. And then he was using the wrong version, like 48 instead of 27. So what Plastic is telling you is, I would like to make a very quick comment here. Where is here? Okay, here. So this is 0.48 F1 because he's using that. This base version is 27 F1.
Okay.
So when you install a project, you open a project from the cloud, they put you in the latest version of the main branch.
Okay.
And this is what's happening. So what was supposed to happen here for everyone that downloads Watershed Explorers 2022 is for them to stay here at the base version.
So how that happened? He did install the 27, right? Last 2 weeks ago.
He didn't install the 27. He installed, do you remember that today we went to the Unity download archive and first they show you the a shortcut with the most recent versions. So he might have clicked there on this 48 F1 because that's the most recent version. And he opened the project on that version. Unity definitely gave him the warning, like, are you sure you want to change the version? And then he clicked yes. So what I'm going to do with him is to have a meeting with him on Monday. And I'm going to ask him to save everything he did here in these 3 days elsewhere, like in his computer. Then I will delete this all together. I will have him make a new branch here, and then he will paste all the changes he made in a new change set here in a new branch, but using the correct version, 20.27. So currently, until Monday, I don't think you'll be able to do this without more problems, because if you try to open the project, Unity is going to put you on the version 48 again, and that's bad. So I'm going to even take a snapshot of this mess that I did here, because that's another issue that I'll address on Monday. Oh, no, okay, this is, okay, I can do this. Snapshot, where is this? Here. Okay. So I gotta go, but then we can also remember on Monday I'll have that extra hour, not extra, after the meeting, so we can continue from there. I will have talked to Quan before that, so hopefully he'll be able to have fixed that, or on Thursday as well, or if you want to have an hour of Tuesday, Wednesday, just let me know. All right.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, take care.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye.